All right, my Aries, welcome to Tarot and White Oracle. We get into the cloud to see what we see. This is your next 30-day you versus them reading. Remember, I read for current energy, and as it ebbs and flows into your month, we'll be diving into feelings, thoughts, wants, and actions. We'll be getting into past energy, and then present, and then future energy. All right, I will be reading the future energies last after the reading. And while I was meditating, I was getting the song, Go Your Own Way, You Can Go Your Own Way. Let's see what we get for current energy. So thank you to Mind Creator for channeling guidance. Cross watchers, remember that energy can be flipped. We will go over that more as we get into the reading. This is going to be for your soul tribe, soul mate, soul twin. Ooh, what wants to come out? And if you're not in a romantic connection, this can be your business partner, family or friend, but it's going to be someone significant in your, wow. You guys will see that in a bit. This will be in your significant soul tribe connection. All right, so for our past energy, we are getting the Ten of Swords and Knight of Swords. So there's a strong sense of communications. There might have been arguing back and forth, or there's a sense of maybe one-way conversations is what I'm getting. But we do have the Ten of Swords. So there was a painful ending in your past through the month of December. It could have been in November. So this is recent past energy, November, December. And as we go into January, I see that you have beautiful energy, Aries. This is all about moving forward toward what is emotionally satisfying you, walking away from the things that are not satisfying you anymore. So you're walking toward your happiness. You're walking toward your Ten of Cups. So this is like, this isn't just an individual happiness. This is a happiness within a group. So happiness with your family, happiness with your person, especially if you have a family with this significant person. This is a very beautiful energy of something painful recently ended. And this has happened for most of the signs because we are ending our 2025 year. And so there's a strong sense of, so 2025 is a 9-year, and so that year is ending. And a 9, of course, is ending cycles, ending karma, and going forward. All right, I do get 2 energies that are being pulled out. So the perspective of the Aries is reflection. So this connection, this significant connection, remember, think about your person, is giving Aries a sense of thinking around bigger things, greater things, spiritual things. The purpose of life is what I'm getting. The purpose of things. So this connection has given them a lot to think about. There's a deep energy here around being able to think more, reflect more. They might even be praying or meditating toward higher truths. This connection has allowed them that. So what I'm getting from your person, Aries, is exploration. So this connection over the next 30 days, either the connection that maybe something has just ended and you're in a new connection, or for some of you, something really painful in the past has ended between you and you're walking away from that and you guys are much happier now. So it'll be different for each group of you. But I do see that over the next 30 days, there's a sense of exploration, experimenting with new things, creating things, creation. So for some of you, you may be creating a family, or you may be creating something new in this connection, or this might be a new connection if something just ended with Aries in the past. So the universe's truth is all about that exchange of information. So there's some sort of discourse that is occurring between you two that is allowing this exploration and reflection to grow and blossom. We do get thematic energy, family and divine feminine. So for many of you, you're tapping into your divine feminine, divine masculine. That would mean soulmate, soul twin energy. And family. This person, you might have a strong sense of feeling like this person is your family, or you have a strong connection to this person that feels like a family bond. You may have a family with this person. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the tarot and see what we get for our feelings. And all right, some already want to come out. We get the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Let's see what else we get. All right, I am getting the Page of Swords. So, wow, a lot of beautiful energy in January. You're feeling very powerful, Aries, in this connection. There's a sense that you could be connecting to a water sign or a fire sign, because I also get the King of Cups, but take it as it resonates for you. The King of Wands is your own energy, so you're feeling very much in your own element. This is an Aries, Leo energy. And this is, of course, Scorpio and Cancer. And the Page of Swords is all about communication, texting. So you may be doing a lot of texting, a lot of communicating back and forth with someone. Again, for some of you, you ended a relationship and this is a new relationship that you're started in January. For others of you, there was something painful in the connection that you guys have finally gotten through and have moved past. And now this is a better feeling in the connection as you're moving forward. But I do see your energy overall is gorgeous. Your energy feels like you're emotionally happy again, you're emotionally satisfied, you're going toward the things that are emotionally fulfilling, you're feeling emotionally supported, you want to be able to offer emotional support, you're texting and talking, you're also feeling very confident, empowered, able, capable. This connection or your overall feeling over the course of January just feels like you're in a beautiful energy, very different from that past energy. So let's go ahead and dive into your person who you're connecting with through the month of January. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our feeling space first. Who is Aries connecting with in January? And their overall feelings. The cross watchers' feelings for the month of January about their Aries or about the connection itself. How is the cross watcher feeling in this connection? All right, we do get the King of Wands and the Lovers. So a very strong, this is our second energy of soulmate, soul twin energy. And King of Wands. So your person is reflecting your own energy. This is a King of Wands energy here and a King of Wands energy here in the same place. We also get the Lovers, which is a very strong union or a love between two people that are connected on the soul. We also see the King of Cups, which is also a very soulful energy. So smack right in the middle, you both are reflecting very similar energy. And let's see what we get for our last energy pool for feelings, your cross watchers. What is the cross watcher feeling? All right, we do get our 10 of Pentacles, but our 10 of Pentacles comes out in the reverse. So there's a strong sense of feeling like this isn't grounded, or feeling that you guys are either not maybe on the same page about finances, or possibly this is not very grounded just yet. There's a lot of soulful, a lot of emotional, intuitive energy between you, but perhaps there's not a solid commitment or a solid marriage. For many of you, you have a family with this person. Maybe you're in a commitment or marriage, or If you are, there could be issues going on with your money between you two. But for many of you, you're not in a commitment, but it feels like this is a family with this person, or you may actually have a family with this person. So let's go ahead and dive into our perspectives. Remember, perspectives are what you are perceiving. They're not necessarily the truth. It's just the perception the person has. So we're going to go ahead and dive into Aries' perception of their person, of this connection through the month of January. All right, we do get the Empress and the King of Swords. So there's a strong sense that your person is your Empress. You may perceive your person as the Empress. You may be connecting to a strong earth sign, but we also now get air. So we have 3 kings straight in a row: wands, cups, and air. So you may be connecting to a Libra or an Aquarius, but we also get a strong Taurus energy here as well. A lot of court and arcana in your feelings and your perception. So you perceive your person as an air sign, a serious person, someone who's loyal, someone who's good with their words. You might have an intellectual connection with this person. You also perceive this person as motherly, nurturing. Your Empress, take gender as it resonates, someone who is able to grow in the connection, or they allow you to grow. The Star is in reverse, so there's a sense of healing that needs to be done between you two that hasn't been done. And so the Aries is perceiving, they're perceptive too, but they're perceiving that their cross-watcher and this connection, either their cross-watcher or this connection, needs some sort of healing. Something is unhealed, or maybe the Aries is unhealed, or the cross-watcher is unhealed. And there's something very serious about this healing that needs to happen. Let's go ahead and get into the energy for our cross-watcher. Remember, energy can be flipped. So if it feels like you're here, cross-watcher, and your Aries is here, you can reverse the energy. Or if, Aries, if you're watching and you feel like you're here again, you can flip-flop that, because it is a general. So let's go ahead and dive into the cross-watcher's perceptions of the Aries, or of the connection itself. All right, we do get the 7 of Pentacles, the Moon, wow, and we get our Empress again, but she fell out in the reverse. Okay, so the cross-watcher is perceiving the Aries at their core as someone who is not taking care of things, is not growing or not willing to grow with the connection. Someone that maybe is stagnant in their growth, but also someone who is perhaps not taking care of themselves as well as they could, or taking care of the connection as well as they could. So it feels like the Aries has a positive view more so of this person and the connection, even though they perceive there's a healing that needs to take place, that something is broken. But the cross-watcher is not perceiving this person is really taking care as much. But take it as it resonates for you. I also see these 7 of Pentacles. So this is a strong energy around investing, making an effort. So they might perceive the Aries as someone that can make an effort, and maybe wants to invest, maybe wants to make an effort, but at the core, nothing is happening, or nothing is growing, or not enough, perhaps. I also see the Moon So this is an energy of hidden emotion. So they are perceiving you as hiding your emotions or hiding from something emotionally or not coming clean about how you're really feeling. Let's go ahead and get, I want to get another energy around. Why is the Empress in reverse and the Moon upright? Why is the Empress reversed and why is the Moon upright? All right, so we do get the Page of Wands with the Moon. So your person may be perceiving you as someone who isn't as serious as they are, because we do get this serious energy over here with the Aries. So there's a sense that the Aries sees you as taking things seriously, the connection seriously. You are a serious person. This wound, this healing that needs to be done is a serious thing. But the Cross Watcher is viewing you, Aries, as someone who isn't really coming clean with their emotions, is hiding something, and maybe isn't as serious, maybe feels more like in and out or non-committal or playing around. And we also get the Judgment with the Empress. So there's a sense of feeling like your person needs to evolve. The Aries needs to evolve. The Aries needs to become a better version of themselves, especially with this healing energy in reverse, in order to manifest that ability to take care of things, even though there's a sense that you want to invest, you want to put in effort, you want to try, but yeah, so that's what I'm getting here. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into what the Aries wants. What does the Aries want? Does the Aries want over the course of January in the current energy? All right, we get Judgment again. We just got Judgment. All right, so the Aries wants to be able to have that new version of themselves. They want to be able to be a better version of themselves. Their Judgment is in reverse right now, so they feel stuck. They feel like they can't make a judgment call on what it is they need to do to be better, to be able to get this. See, both the Star and the Judgment are in reversed on the Aries side. So there's a strong sense of healing that needs to be done, a new version to be born, that and it's beautiful that it's in their want. So they do want that, but they also feel like maybe it's impossible, or at least they're stuck right now, or they're not sure what to do or how to heal. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else the Aries wants. The Aries wants that wish. They want their wish fulfillment. They want their dream come true. They might see you as their dream come true, their wish fulfillment. They want that. Let's see what else the Aries wants. All right, we do get the Page of Wands. So we have the Page of Wands here as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of mirrored energy in this. This feels very twin flamey, but also it could be a soulmate too. But there's a lot of mirrored energy, which is what happens when you have strong soul connections. So the Page of Wands is in their wants. They want to be able to have that new drive, that new motivation, that spring in their step. I call this my girl on fire energy, where they're able to make a fresh start. And this is their energy because they're Aries, they're fiery. So they want that fiery spring in their step, warrior vibe, to be able to move into something new, something fresh, with their dream come true, their wish come true, and being able to get out of this stuck energy of not being able to heal. So this energy is also, though, you know, it can be, it's non-committal. It's a very young, it's a pagey, it can be a bit young, immature, naive energy, and it can be a little in and outy like the Knight. And so when we get this energy from the perception of the cross watcher, of course, the cross watcher is perceiving the Aries as maybe being a bit immature in their emotions, being a bit like they need to grow up emotionally. You know, they're a bit too in and out. So let's go ahead and see what we get for what is the wants of the cross watcher. What does the cross watcher want? Well, we've been getting a lot of quick energy this reading. Both really want to talk a lot. Sorry, I wanted to shut the door. The window was getting really loud with the mowers outside. Okay, so for once, I do get the star in the upright. So this is healing. Your cross watcher sees that, you know, this unhealed energy in you, in the connection, and they also want healing. You guys are getting everything mirrored. You have a healing energy here. I'm stuck, I can't heal. You have healing energy here. I want you to heal. You've got your Page of Wands here in your wants. And there's a Page of Wands here that shows up for the cross watcher. We get our Judgment here. Our Judgment here. We get our Empress here. Our Empress here. We get our King of Wands here, our King of Wands here. We get our King of Cups and our Lovers, which are very similar in terms of intuitive energy. And then, of course, you get your Divine Feminine energy here and your Lovers here. A lot of really interesting energy coming up in this reading. Okay, so we do have, all right, so what your cross watcher wants is healing. And I also see the Ace of Wands over here, which is a very strong energy around a new beginning. This is an energy of all possibilities, potentials, for anything to happen, for anything to come true. And again, we have your wishes to come true here in your center energy for what you want. So we see that your cross watcher is on the same page as you energetically. It's like they also want all potentials, possibilities, anything to be able to happen, and with your healing. And you also have you want your dreams to come true, and your healing energy is here as well. So let's get one more energy for the cross watcher and see, why do we have so much reversed energy here? All right, we're gonna go ahead and see what is the cross watcher wanting. One final energy. What does the cross watcher want? All right, we do get our Knight of Pentacles, and this is in reverse. So again, this is so funny. You get a reversed outer energy, and your cross watcher gets a reversed outer energy. Yours has to do with needing healing, and it's like you're stuck. This has to do with wanting something new or some sort of beginning, you know, some sort of architecture, some sort of design, some sort of hammer and nails to start the process of commitment, of something solid, of something real and solid between you. But it's in the reverse. So it's like, I want that, but I can see that that's not what is happening right now, or this isn't happening right now. But that's what I want. So very interesting. I want to like dive into your guys' lives and find out what's happening with you guys. Go ahead and please leave comments with what's going on with your person and you, what you resonate with, what you're vibing with. I'm going to go ahead and draw for what the Aries is going to do, because our actions are a very important part of the step of life. So let's see. We do get the 10 of Wands. Oh, Aries, come on. 10 of Wands reversed. And let's see, what else will the Aries do? The Fool, okay. And our Seven of Swords will flow out in the neutral. All right, why is our Ten of Wands reversed? So you guys don't mind. A little bit more information here. Five of Swords, okay. So the Aries is stuck. They're stuck on what to do. They have a lot of mental cycles going through their mind. Doubt, skepticism, they can't make up their mind what to do, maybe negative thought patterns. The Ten of Wands is a strong energy around the weight, the heaviness that needs to be put down, but it's like they're not putting it down, they're still carrying it. In the upright, of course, this is putting that burden down, but the mental negative cycles are grabbing a hold of this burden, of this heaviness, and I feel that this is tied to their healing because it comes out right underneath the healing energy, and we also, which is also stuck, and then we also see our stuck healing energy of the star here. So there's a sense of knowing that the Aries needs to become a better version. They need to heal, they need to grow, but there is a stuck heaviness over the course of January where their ego mind is getting the better of them. Now, I do see some beautiful energy jumping into a new beginning with a leap of faith. And so for many of you, if you are in a commitment, this means that the Aries is headed in a new direction. For others of you, if you're not in a committed relationship, you're not married, you're not in a solid relationship, this might have to do with coming back together, especially if you had an ending in November or December, and now in January, he or she, the Aries, is moving toward their happiness, toward their Ten of Cups, which is that union, that family emotional support. This could also be their own family, though. They could be with their own family, and there's a strong energy around that. And maybe you are not directly their family, but they could just be spending a lot of time with their family and feeling like that's where their happiness is through January. But at some point in January, if you guys are not together, this is a strong indication of this Aries going into connection, reconnection with you. So for a group of you, you guys will be coming back together. And for another group of you, you guys will be parting. Or if you guys have already somewhat parted, you might part even more. And the Aries is going into a new direction. This is a very strong energy of, I don't like that it's paired with the Seven of Swords though. It's like a little sneaky, you know, it's a little sneaky, a little opportunistic. It can also be a little deception in the background of this new beginning. So for many of you, it's like, hey, you know, it's been real, but I'm gonna come over here, you know, kind of an energy. All right, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the cross watcher. And then I want to dive in a little bit more into this, because I know for a group of you, it's like you guys had a separation and now you guys are coming back together. And that could happen at the end of January for some of you, because, you know, this energy will flow for the next 30 days. But there is a group of you where, you know, you're together, you have some sort of commitment. And for a very few of you, you have an actual family together. For many of you, though, it is just you feel a family vibe and there's some sort of commitment, or maybe you're living together, or you're, you know, about to take those steps, or you're wanting to level up to the next level. And there's a sense of the Aries going, you know, I don't want to level up. I don't want to get any deeper. I don't want any more commitment. I'm going to go the other way. And I want to see what's going on with that group. So we're going to get back to that, but let's go ahead and see what's going on with our cross watchers. What is the cross watcher going to do over the next 30 days in this connection, for this person, for the connection? Okay, we do get the 9 of Swords in reverse. This energy is up and down. We get our 9 of Swords in reverse, so that's good. It means they're not going to worry it, they're not going to fret it, they're not going to stress out over this. So great job, cross watchers. It's like whatever happens is what happens kind of energy. Let's see what else the cross watcher is going to do. Oh wow, we do get another, okay, we get a Page of Cups. So this is young love. So the cross watcher is going to start love again. And for many of you, that means with someone new. But for some of you, this is like opening up their heart again for this connection, for the Aries, because there are going to be 2 major groups of you. So for those that are falling in the group of the cross watcher is starting a new love with someone else, it looks like the Aries is going to be leaping towards something else as well. Again, a mirrored energy. And you both have swords on your inner rim. Wow, you guys are like duplicates. Okay, so for others of you, this is like, you know what? We broke up, we weren't together, but let's get back together now. And the cross watcher is like, okay, let's do that. I'll open up my heart again. This can also be an energy of I love you, I'm sorry, and also of wondering, you know, how much is fantasy and how much is real. There's a sense of young love here where it's just starting to start out or begin, and you're trying to define those lines of what that means. Let's go ahead and get another energy around what the cross watcher will do. One more energy. Okay, so we do get the Hangman. Yeah, another energy of just letting go, letting God. I'm not going to stress it. Whatever happens, happens. That's what we got with this energy as well. And in the center, it's like new love, young love, opening the heart again. So beautiful energy for the cross watcher. However this plays out, whether you're reconnecting with this person and you guys are ready to have another go, or if you're starting something new with someone else, it's like you're not trying to control it, you're not trying to force it, you're just gonna let be. What is interesting too though is I do see that you both have swords on the outside, you both have a beginning, something new again, but on your outer rim, you guys are opposites. On the outer side, the Aries is all up in their head, their negative thought patterns and their heavy energy holding them down, bogging them down, that they're not letting go of, and healing that needs to be done, a new version, growth that needs to happen, but it's like they're stuck right now. Whereas the cross watcher is like, you know what, whatever. I'm not gonna let anything hold me up. I'm not gonna be held down or stuck. So really interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and dive a little bit more into the energy of the Seven of Swords. For those of you that are in the group where your person will be departing, or there's something kind of on the fritz between you guys and it feels a little deceptive or a little bit like, is he gonna stay, is she gonna stay, or is this person gonna go? What is this Seven of Swords about? Okay, we do get the Nine of Wands. So, so we now have the 9 and the 10 of Wands on the bottom, and the 10 is reversed. So this is like the Aries is wanting to let go of this burden, this heavy energy between you guys, something that's unhealed in them or in the connection. The new version of the connection or themselves that they want. It's like, I want it, but it's not coming. I can't do it. I'm not sure what to do. And it's not being let go. They get caught up in their thought space. And so the Aries is like, I'm just going to be a bit sneaky around this to have a new beginning for myself. So for those that are in the group where the Aries is leaving, there's a sense that I'm taking this burden with me. I'm taking this heaviness between us with me. I know it's not healed. I'm still carrying it, but I'm going to hide it and pretend it's not there and avoid it because I want to jump into something new. For others of you, there's a sense that we're going to come back together. We're going to try something new again. And I'm opening up my heart over here again. But the Aries is like, you know, I know I have this unhealed energy here and I haven't grown the way I need to yet, but I'm going to hide that and I'm going to avoid that right now. And I'm going to be a little sneaky about it. So I'm going to not deal with it, is basically what it's saying. Even though we're going to come back together, there's something I need to take care of, but I'm not going to take care of it right now. So we're going to go ahead and finish up because this is getting really long. Where our angel energy is 666, reflect, healing, empathy, self-discovery, compassion, awareness, inner peace. Unexpected changes are on the horizon, challenging your thoughts and feelings. This is a prime opportunity to reassess your identity, embrace a mindset shift, opt for optimism, confidence, and trust. Listening to your intuition and understanding your emotions are key to your growth and evolution. We were just talking about that. Listening to your intuition and understanding your emotions are key to your growth and your evolution. It's a prime opportunity to reassess your identity and embrace a mindset shift for trust, optimism, confidence. This is all about healing, empathy, compassion, awareness, inner peace. So 666, you might be seeing 666 as confirmation. This is for you. We also get the bread of life, John 12:46, which is a 3 and a 10 numerically, or a 4 altogether. So we have, I have come into the world as a light so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. So there's a sense of turning to source for that peace, for the guidance, to shine light on the healing that's needed, and on the emotional growth. So beautiful energy there. All right, and we're going to go ahead and look at the future energy. So this is for the month of February. I like to stay mostly on the current energy and how it's going to be flowing through the month, because current energy doesn't change that much. So it'll be for the whole month of January. But in February, we like to take a sneak peek. So we do get the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful, solid energy. Again, another mirrored energy here. We get the Ace of Wands here and the Ace of Wands 1-1 energy from the Cross Watcher. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles 1. And right after this one, we get another 1 on the Cross Watcher side in the same exact order. So this comes out like this in the future energy for February. And the Cross Watcher has their energy show up like this in their wants. So what the Cross Watcher is wanting, the Cross Watcher is getting. And so we have a 1-1, 1-1. Another indication that this is a soul twin, mirror soul energy. We often see these numerical values in those connections. And so it looks like the energy was reversed on the Cross Watcher side, where they want to have a fresh beginning. They want to have something new, the motivated, passionate, and also something solid in commitment here. Some sort of seed of a life, a prospect of a life that can be built on earth. This is a very spiritual energy, and this is a very earthly energy, both having a very strong openness of possibility and potential. So it's like heaven meet earth, soul meet the body. Anything's possible. That's what this energy is saying in February. All right, so thank you so much for joining. I will see you all in February. And comment, let me know what's going on with you. Take care.